Should indeed be live now. Hopefully. Diana's here. Hey, Diana. Hopefully we are live. I have a guest already. We have one waiting. Do we have anybody viewing? That's the question. Diana's going to join us up on the screen.
I'm
Hey, Diana.
comedian.
And your comedian. Awesome. Can you hear me okay?
This is Blue.
Oh, he is stunning.
I can show you the babies.
Oh, yeah. I've got a bit of feedback. I don't know if that's your
babies
screen
in
or
a
my
minute.
screen.
I can show you the babies.
Oh, yeah. I've got a bit of feedback. I don't know if that's your... Yeah, that's quite strange. It's strange feedback.
Hang on, it might be my phone. Is that better?
Possibly. Let's see baby. Show us some baby. What's his name? Blue,
Okay,
did you
I'll
say?
go and get them. Give me a second then.
Awesome. And how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Just jumping a suicidal chameleon back in his tank. I'm just getting the baby.
So here we're live. This is the Doncaster show for all of those of us that can't or haven't attended Doncaster today. And I'm joined with Diana, who's got tiny baby chameleons.
Lie down.
So what species are these?
These are leopard gecko. But
Leopards. Nice.
Hang on. Trying to get one out. Here we are. Oh, hang on.
Over here. Oh, stunning.
That's my daughter in the bag. That just sound about like your boy does.
Yeah, just loiters around in the background. So how old are these now?
Sorry, I'm just trying.
How old are the babies now?
They're about 2 weeks. So they're doing well.
Giggle monster in the background there.
Yes. So how old's your boy?
He's 5.
So yeah, we're not going to Doncaster. We are Bedford, but not Doncaster. I said I bet there's going to be chaos.
Yeah, somebody in a group earlier on posted a video of the queue, and it looked pretty chaotic.
I have got my blue top on though. I got it for Christmas. I love this one because we've got a chameleon. We've named him Blue from Jurassic Park. Annabelle. Yep. So the other 2 babies are due to be hatched in about 2 weeks.
Nice.
I'm just going to put these back so they don't get cold.
Yeah, definitely. So people in the chat, what are we saying? I'm not actually seeing any chat yet. Pop your comments. Pop your comments in the chat. Let's see what's saying. Lexi is saying hi.
Hi,
Lexi's tea room is saying hello. I've posted the links for this on my social medias, or drop me a private message. I think I've got the link, and I can fire it across to anybody that's wanting to join us.
Yeah, I found it on social media. The group that you posted it on. Yeah,
I posted it in a couple of groups. I've just switched on my old phone so that I can message people the links, and it's blowing its dinger with messages and notifications for like ancient.
It's Steve W. Oh no, it's Adam that come on with you the other day, wasn't it?
No, Steve was on with me, but that was a different. That's not Steve W. That was a different Steve. Of course, Scanner's here with us. Philip, I just remembered earlier I meant to reply to your last comment on my last video, and it just keeps slipping my mind because things have been so crazy busy at the moment. Absolutely crazy mental. My friend was at my friend's first gig with his new band last night, so that was really awesome.
How did that go? Because I know you
It was,
mentioned.
yeah, it was awesome. He did forewarn me to take earplugs, which of course I completely forgot to do. So my ears were like ringing for hours afterwards. There was three bands playing. They were like the headline band. Catalysis were like the main act, and then there was two bands on before them. Not normally the kind of thing I listen to, but it was just awesome to be out at like a live gig, live music, and just the atmosphere. And yeah, it was really, really awesome.
The only other one that I've done is the Foo Fighters, because my husband was working behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's a pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was the only one that I've been to, but it was.
So did you get to meet? Did you get to meet any of the Foos?
Not the Foos, one guy, but we didn't know who he was at the time.
And who was it?
It was one of the other bands, the supporting band, their lead guitarist, but we didn't know that at the time.
What band was it? Who was it?
I can't remember. It was like she was only one, so she went to nanny to the night, and then which is really strange because she wasn't that old, but she.
Foos would be awesome to see.
Yes, it was. So, other than that, how are your baby snails?
Yeah, I mean, I think the actual clutches, the first clutch, which is off camera, it's kind of round. Oops, no, don't cancel that. It's around this side of the tank. That should be due to hatch in about a week or two. Because from what I read online, it's 2 to 3 weeks for hatching. This one here is the newest one, so that's a few days old. But I did find a baby. It's just around the side here. I did find a baby in the tank, but I think that must have hitched a ride on one of the adults.
Was that the picture you sent me?
Yeah. It's like about that big. It's just on the side there. It's teeny tiny, but it can't have come from these eggs. It's too big to have come from these eggs and to have got to that size already. So it has to have been there the whole time, and I've just never noticed it before.
What are you going to do if they all hatch?
I have no idea. It's like the ram's horns. I thought I'll breed ram's horn snails, and people are bound to want them, but nobody really wants them. So I don't know. Hopefully, because they're relatively new to the market, they're only just back in the hobby. Hopefully, somebody will be interested.
They were banned for ages.
They were banned. I think it was about 97 or so thereabouts. They got banned in the 90s because of the European rules. But now that we're no longer part of the EU, we're allowed to start keeping them again. So. Okay. Every cloud. It's about one good thing that's come out of this whole debacle.
Which one breeds quicker, the first tank you had, or the apple snails?
The apple snails have certainly done a good job of dropping eggs. The ram's horns breed like crazy, but that's why I've moved the African dwarf clawed frogs into the other one, just as a population control method.
What's their favourite food, the claw frogs?
I generally give them, well, apart from seeing them attack the snails, I generally give them bloodworm. But I've been watching videos of people feeding bloodworms in like a pipette to the apple snails. So I'm gonna try that. I think that could be a really cool bit of footage if I can get my camera to focus.
The trick is defrost them in some water if you're going to do that first.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I usually, when I'm feeding the frogs, I usually take, because you get them in the little cubes, and I usually cut the cube into half or quarter, and I hold it with the tweezers and kind of whoosh it about in the water, so as it breaks down, it, kind of.
Yeah, Annabelle put dwarf frogs in my tank the other day. Two little teeny, they're only about that. Two tiny dwarf frogs.
They're really cool. Yeah, they're really
frogs.
They're really cool. I quite like watching them just dotting about doing their thing. But yeah, I love the apple snails. They're really awesome. And this one's huge. Pretty big, huge.
Oh, is it? Is that one of the first ones you got a couple of weeks ago?
I got two of them. One's bigger than the other. I think the bigger one's the male and the smaller one's the female. But they're really cool. I'm so glad I got a chance to keep them.
Yeah, so how are all your woodlouses and stuff you got?
The Kluge are doing fine, but the other ones, the Snow Whites, not so fine.
What?
They're not looking. I think the problem is I didn't keep the humidity high enough. There's still some in there. Hopefully the colony can make a bounce back, but just through one thing or another.
Yeah, we've had that. I've had that before. It just crashes overnight.
Yeah. Check on them one day and they seem to be fine and dandy, and then you check on them the next day and just can't find any of them. But
I've given my lot something different to try tonight because there's millipedes in with mine. I put some banana in.
Nice.
Let's see what they're going to say to that.
Amy from Pet Rock and Roll, she sent me an envelope with, it had different types of food in it that she wasn't going to use anymore. So there was, I think, dried up fish, which I already had, dried up shrimp, and just a food mix, these little pellety ball things. I've no idea what they are, but they guys seem to love it. And the dairy cows are in with my cockroaches. I've just forgot the name of the spotty ones. The name's just gone right in my head. But they're in with stick insects as well, so they seem to be doing pretty good. They're doing well.
Well, I have a population control because Blue eats everything if I've got too many.
Circle of life. It's a great way of doing it.
I tried giving one to the gecko and he's still alive in there.
Oh well. There's a couple of dooby roaches in with the commune, but I borrowed one earlier to feed the scolopendra. I posted a wee video up on Facebook.
They breed like anything. They do.
Yeah, well, not when you keep taking them out to feed to your centipede and stuff. They don't.
Oh, I'll have to send you some because my Blue won't eat them. So I might send them to you.
Absolutely. I'm definitely going to put that comment up on the chat because it's very true. Steve's not here to say otherwise.
Is he at Doncaster?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. I can drop him a wee message and see if he's Steve.
Hi, Sticker Mix. He's just joined.
Oh, awesome. Hey, bro. Much love to you, man.
It makes it much more fun than just talking to the camera yourself when you.
Yeah, absolutely. Sticker Mix is. I can get rid of that now. Sticker Mix, that he's a blooming good mate of mine. Absolutely love the bones off the man. Him and he came up for a visit. Was it last? Well, no, it wouldn't be last year because lockdown and everything. Seems like forever ago. Yeah, such an awesome dude. Absolutely love him. Always loved his channel. I can't praise it high enough. It's just there's something about the way Dan does his videos. It's just. Does your
boy like the woodlouses and stuff?
Oh, especially like he sometimes wants to help him with feeding. He'll randomly name. You'll see one and randomly name it, or I'll be feeding crickets or locusts. You'll be like, "Oh, that's cute. What are you going to do with it?" And
well, if I got a tab, because there's all baby dubias. Mine had like 20 to 30 little babies. Because my Blue won't eat them now. He changed his mind.
Yeah, they can be fussy. I think Steve's daughter's birthday, so he's not at Doncaster. I think now that you've said that, I do recall him posting earlier. It was a long.
Why doesn't he come up? Sticker Mix.
It's a long way to drive.
No, I mean on the live.
Oh right, he's more than welcome to come up and join us on the live.
Yeah,
it depends if he's at work or not. Danny, you're more than welcome to join us. I can drop you the link.
You may hear a hooligan still, but it's like your house, I bet.
Wee man's actually away through. My wife's through that wall there, working from home. So he's away. He's away chilling through there. playing on his phone. Don't know what it's just random rubbish, or watching.
Do you want me to show?
Watching YouTube or something.
She wants me to show you that. Magnets.
Oh, he has some ring things that you magnetize together.
Yeah. They've recently become back a favourite since yesterday.
For him, it's poppets. He's got about 4 different poppets now. Oh, so what's your newest addition to your collection then, Diana? What's other than the baby Leos? What was your last purchase?
Well, I got a Spider Shop mystery box which had some millipedes. It had a woodlouse and it had a praying mantis, which we rather like. I've never had a praying mantis before.
And what species?
It was the Yen mantis. It's on the Spider Shop.
Okay, I need to have a look on that.
Because she's named him Flower Bottom because he's got a flower on his bottom.
Fair enough. There's logic in that.
Yeah, so I've got to get him a bigger tank now. He's got to about that. So now he's only in a pot like that at the minute.
So Dan's away to strip off and get in the nuddy because he's stinking a fish, and he doesn't think any of us wants to see his rippling body. So,
did he catch anything now?
Well, only Dan can answer that question. Dan, let us know if you managed to catch anything other than a bad smell from fish.
What about you? Have you had any new additions?
No, not since the Gigas that we showed in the last video. The weird thing is, because if you watch the video, there was 4 relatively small ones, 4 out of a centimetre and 1 at 3 centimetres, and the 3 centimetre one has molted again. So it seems to be growing at an astronomical rate compared to its cohorts and companions. I'll see if I can. I think it's this one. If I can reach without hauling everything off the shelves. Oh, I don't think we can see it, but it is. It's created a burrow down in here.
Oh, wow.
And it's molted. Yeah, so it was quite unusual that of all of them, it was the one that was already enormous that has molted again.
Guess what? In the chat, your friend did finally catch something, he said.
Oh, quality.
I don't know what his name was.
Just call him Stick. Call him Sticky. Sticky stick.
Somebody's laughing at that. When are you getting your new mugs?
I've got some new mugs. I've got one left. I had 3, but one of them's got a slight printing error. So I've just added that to so this one has got like it's got this residue line along the bottom. So I've just added that to my collection of mugs. But I've got one that's still, because Tom of Angel and Tom's, he's been after one of my mugs for ages. And of course, I keep stopping doing them. So as soon as I got a couple in, he was like, "Give me one." So one went to him, and
I'm surprised his shelf hasn't fallen down yet.
I know. Reinforced. So Dan has sent me holy moly. Dan sent me a message, and that's some size of, I don't know what kind of fish it is, I'm not going to lie. I'll see if I can. I don't know how well it'll translate onto. Dan, I hope you don't mind me showing it off your enormous.
Oh, wow.
It's a big fish.
The green one. I'm going to do an orange one.
It is a big fish. But the stick song, just randomly to go back to that, to hark back, if anybody's familiar with Hey Dougie, the stick song is just genius. And if you don't know what it is, go on Google and just look up like Hey Dougie stick song. I absolutely love it.
Oh no, that's not the which one did. Oh, I played her the Bing Bong song from Peppa Pig on the telly.
All right, okay.
I was upstairs and I was like, I'm gonna be silly because we can Bluetooth to our telly. And it opens YouTube.
Yeah. So Steve's saying it's possibly a carp. I'm not overly familiar with me fish
It did look
varieties.
like a carp.
Yeah, I mean, Wee Man's his recent thing is it's come from, I think, a TikTok video. He just runs about the house going, chicken macaroni, chicken macaroni.
Oh no.
Wee one knows what we're on about.
Yeah, it seems to.
She knows the chicken macaroni song. But yeah, he absolutely loves it. So yeah, this is our non-caster show. If anybody wants to join us up on screen, up on live, let me know. I can drop you the link.
Do you want me to copy it in the chat? Because I've got it on here.
You can do indeed. That would be superbulous.
Okay.
It was a oh God. Bloop. It's easier than me trying to.
Yeah.
It's a 16-pounder. So I'm guessing Dan's having fish for tea tonight.
Yeah, it seems that way.
No.
I'm just copying the link. Give me a
second. Cool. Diana's going to drop the link for people. I keep doing that. Cancel that. The dried fish I mentioned earlier that I got from my ISOs. I have put one in for my ant colony just to see what they make of it. They may or may not go for it. But
I don't know if that's worked or not. But
I don't. No, I don't see it.
It might come up in a minute.
Oh no! Oh, catch and release. You set it free. Fair enough. It's beautiful fish. Beautiful fish.
So, what have you been up to today?
Not a lot. Kind of just recovering from last night. Was
it a late one?
Well, the bands, they had like sound issues to start off with, so that kind of knocked everything back a wee bit from going on. And then because my friend was in the band, obviously we had to wait for them to like pack up and stuff at the end. So I think I got home the back of 1, so it wasn't, it wasn't ridiculously late. But I hadn't eaten all day, bar a buttered croissant.
Oh man!
And then I had a couple of beers, so I mean, it wasn't like, ooh, but what's that?
It makes you even more hungry.
Yeah, nah, I mean, I've not eaten today either yet. I think I'm past the point of hunger right now.
Talking about hungry, so guess who's just got the alarm?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Normally, as soon as you mention food, you'll hear wee boys going, I'm hungry, I want sweeties. Or
yeah.
Or I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty is usually quite a common one.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping somebody might join us from Doncaster. You never know. Somebody might.
Yeah.
Might.
I don't actually know who was going because there wasn't a discussion about that one, was there?
Not huge.
There's been a lot about Bedford, hasn't there?
Yeah. I mean, I think with Doncaster, it's, pardon me, I'm burping off my coffee, sorry, how rude. With Doncaster, it's predominantly a reptile show.
Yeah.
And then there's a number of stalls with inverts and stuff.
I don't think there's as many as like in the Bedford one, invert-wise. Hi, Mark, the spider guy.
I'm just trying to bring up the messages. I'm trying to multitask here. Mark's saying hello. Hello, Mark. He's saying hello to both of us. Can I put both up on screen at once? No, I'll just alternate between the two. Look at that. Oh, that's magical. That is. So Mark has joined us. Mark, if you want to join us up on screen, by all means. I don't think the link ever did go up on the chat, did it?
Work.
It maybe won't allow you. I don't know how these things work.
No, I don't. I tried. I copied it from my phone. Maybe it's because I'm not the author or something.
Maybe.
Like that.
I'm just dropping. Somebody I know is there, so I'm just dropping them a wee.
There's a peekaboo. Go and play then. Go and play.
Doncaster. So my wife and I used to go down to Doncaster. We used to do the drive. We used to go down to the Doncaster show in a day. So we would drive down during the night, arrive early hours, get in, do the show, and then drive back all in the same day. But it's
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Yeah,
How long
it's
did it take Amy to get to you?
well, Amy stopped off because she was heading further. She was heading further up from us.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was a sort of 6, maybe 7 hour drive from there to here, and then they were staying overnight in Perth, and then from Perth heading away up to
Okay.
whatever. I can't remember exactly where they were going. So yeah, it was a big old drive. Oh, big old drive for them.
Hello, Mantis Mum.
Mantis Mum's
And
saying
Scanner,
hello.
just noticed.
Yeah, Scanner's in the chat. He's saying he will big us up at the Brighton show in a few weeks if we want somebody to represent us from there. Steve's messaged. He's confirmed it's his daughter's birthday, and she would probably throttle him if he was poofing about on YouTube, which is fair enough.
How old is his daughter? We should sing happy birthday to her.
Yeah, well, they're probably I don't know how old she is actually. I know he did put it up on the thingamabob earlier. But that's the state of my mug. You can tell I never wash my coffee cup, can't you?
Magic table, as my husband says.
Sorry?
The magic table.
Yeah, there we go. So, yeah. So, what else is new? What else is happening?
Oh, Steve's daughter's 16.
16. Oh,
happy birthday to her.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I doubt they're watching this. If she's 16, big old sweet 16, they're probably out partying
or doing something sweetie related.
Yeah, hopefully they're having a wonderful day. I knew he wasn't out. Somebody's going mental over there. I'm not quite sure who.
Oh, Stick's gonna join. Your mate.
Oh, he's going to join in 10. Awesome.
Yeah.
Once he's dried and dressed, he's more than welcome to join us. We sometimes jump on Xbox and stuff together, not literally figuratively jump up and down on an Xbox, but
what games do you usually play?
Variable. I mean, I'm quite often on PUBG with my friend Brian. He's surprised he's not joined the chat. He's normally loitering about some. Oh, and you've gone. Diana's disappeared. Diana has left us. Man would like. Oh, there we go. Guest is back.
I pushed the wrong button. Sorry.
Oh, I was wondering what happened.
It was me.
16. I had my nose pierced. I went through a phase of getting loads of piercings. I had loads and loads of piercings. 60 is a fair enough age to get a nose piercing, I would say. So.
I don't know. No, I never got my nose pierced, or only ears.
Oh, I had my nose, I had my eyebrows, I had my tongue.
Did you take them out?
My tongue, because it was ruining my teeth. My nose and eyebrows, it was more for work purposes. I used to work in kitchens and stuff, so I had to constantly take them in and out for work purposes, and then I just got fed up of the struggle of putting them back in and stuff, and it was just, in the end, I was just like, oh, I'll get tattoos instead. I don't have to take them off.
They just close, don't they, in the end?
I think so, yeah. I've never tried like redoing them.
What's everybody else been up to in the chat then?
So yeah, guys in the chat, what are you up to? Any of you been to the show today?
I did Animal Care Mantis Mum at college.
Not allowed to wear them in school. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, that's what I was saying. It's awesome having like piercings and stuff, but it gets a bit tedious when you've got to take them in and out on a daily basis. Oh, thanks ever so much, Philip. So Philip's he's thanks ever so much, my man. Philip's been a huge support to the channel. You know, he's always there to give me feedback and stuff, and I always really appreciate hearing from people. And as I say, I always try and reply, although I did forget to reply to Philip's last comment on my last video about because he was saying about what a great idea it was for using these tubs. But to answer your video, Philip, these are the same as you get for fly cultures, but these ones were from Mitch at the Unseen Universe, and they're also used as mantid pots. Because with mantis, you don't really need to worry about substrate, so you can pop a bit of substrate, branches, twigs, or whatever. And because they're the type of top they are, they can hang from the top and molt as well. So these things are absolutely.
That's what I need for my mantis net to be housed in. At the minute, he's just in the little cup, but with the netting on top. Well,
the thing with mantids is they need height more than. Height.
Well, at the minute he's only like that, so I was like, I need to get my new one, and I thought,
if I recall correctly, I think the general rule is you want height to be 3 times that of the mantis.
Yeah, mine's not at the minute, but he's shed too quickly on what I thought. He's on his 3rd or 4th one.
Yeah, that's what Matt's mum said. I mean, these things, you can pick them up for next to nothing. If you go on the Unseen Universe, I know Mitch sells them.
Oh, okay. If I can't find anything up the show, then I'll do that.
Yeah, if need be, I should probably have some kicking about, but I make no promises. My shed is like a.
Sometimes you need them if you get surprised.
Yeah. I mean, I was.
What them lot like.
I was one of my friends. I got in touch with one of my friends, and he's got some pretty awesome bits and bobs that when payday rolls around, I might have to. I'm
going to Bedford, Mark, and Mantis Mum, so me and Annabelle may see you there.
So yeah, but if anyone's on the live chat and have got any of these spare tubs kicking about and they don't need them, I'm sure Diana will take them off your hands. There you go. You might get a free tub. But it's kind of the same. You never know. 3 times the height, 2 times the width. General rule of thumb. And the reason for that is because I keep doing that. The reason for that is when the mantis molts, it drops out of its original skin. So when it's hanging, it's already twice its normal length.
Which the tub I had him in was until he shed again this week. So okay, hopefully we'll wait a week till Bedford.
So we've been joined by my good old grapey chum, my warrior of the fruit battles, Mr. House of Bugs. How are you, sir? I hope you're well. I take it you're not at Doncaster. So when I went to the Brighton show some years ago, I had the pleasure, privilege, and misfortune of staying with this big galoot here, and the Airbnb we stayed in had these big sliding doors betwixt our rooms. So we discovered that they could lie in their bed, and I could lie in my bed, my sofa pull-out bed thing, and we could throw fruit at each other. So this became like an ongoing battle, the battle of the grapes. So forevermore grapes.
We've had that before. Me and Annabelle have been in one side of the room, and they've left the door open in the middle to get to my mum's and my nan. So I'd forgotten my phone charger. So I was like, ooh, I wonder if my mum's in there. And Mum was like, where on earth is my phone charger? I was like, I've got it. Because we've all got iPhones.
Yeah, I'm on. What am I on? I'm on a Samsung. Scanner's asking if anyone's got any of the vented lids. He could certainly do with some. So if anyone's got any spare lids, I'll have a look around, mate. But again, I make no promises. I've got tubs without lids, lids without tubs.
I bet you've got a shed full of.
I've got I've got 2 sheds. Both of them have like just rubbish. One is predominantly from when we used to keep rats and rodents and stuff in the big glass fish tanks. We've got a couple of big fish tanks out there. So one is all the big bulky stuff, rabbit cages, hamster cage, all that stuff.
Why have
and
you
the other
kept
one,
it?
sorry,
Why have you kept it?
because you never know. It's like anything else. I mean, I've got a big 3-foot glass tank that used to sit up on these shelves that had it was originally a scorpion commune, and then once they went away, it became the hermit crab enclosure. That got downgraded into a smaller tank because it's on its own. So didn't see the point in having it in this great big 3-foot tank yet. But I've kept a tank because as the crab does get bigger, eventually I'll need to go into something bigger. So
that makes sense.
I think one of them might still be watertight. One of them has got a crack in the bottom, so it's not watertight. One of them is, I think, watertight.
The crab in a big tank where you can't find the food.
Oh, I mean, they're scavengers. They're pretty good at finding food. But the big hairy Viking has had his second jab today. Awesome sauce, my man. Hope you're feeling all right from it.
I was fine with my second one. My first one, I wasn't.
I mean, my first one kind of knocked me a bit, but it wasn't as atrocious as some people have been.
Did you have? I had no reaction to the second.
Second one, absolutely fine. First one, I was fine until I went to bed that night, and then I had like shivers and sweats and stuff. And then the next day at work, everything just felt really heavy, and I felt like I was kind of wading through like a sort of swamp.
Like
everything just felt
big, like when they
like you're in a diving suit or something. You kind of feel like you should have one of those big bell helmets on, just like plodding along. But nah, by the time I got home, I had a shower, something to eat and stuff. I was absolutely fine by the next day. So somebody's saying, speak to Mitch. Mitch might have some spare lids.
That's awesome. The ones House of Bugs is getting an iguana.
Oh wow. Dave's certainly very knowledgeable on just about everything and anything, apart from how to win at a great war. And he's been, I think, building, if I recall correctly, was building a rather large enclosure, but which is brilliant to see. It's awesome when somebody goes to the effort of making sure they get it right. And one thing I know with Dave is that if he can't get it right, he's not going to risk the welfare of the animal. And I know it's one thing that really gets on his wick.
My tank, my chameleon, is from a rescue we had about a year ago, but we haven't put any other in there because we wasn't quite ready. So we're like, when we feel ready, we'll put one back. We actually put the snake in there for a bit. He loved it. We put it so he could climb everywhere, and he absolutely loved that. Yeah. And now he's gone not downgraded, but you know what I mean, to a foot, so he can't keep falling and go crash. He didn't before because we put nets underneath, but still, you know how clumsy and stupid snakes are.
Absolutely. So in the chat there, they're just talking about how Mitch, when they place orders and stuff, the big Mitch for spare lids. People are saying hello. Gets his iguana. So he's as happy as a kid in a sweetie shop.
Bye, Mark. He's leaving. He's only staying for a short chat.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for popping in. I'm catching up on the chat. I'm way behind.
You must have a huge house of bugs for the iguana.
Uh,
12 foot long by 7 high and 6 deep.
Yes, I mean, he's making sure he's got it bang on. Mark, as you say, Mark is leaving. Thanks ever so much, Mark. So yeah, people are saying goodbye, and thank you ever so much for joining us. Those of you that had, as I say, you're more than welcome up on stream. Stream? It is a stream, I suppose. I was going to say screen stream. I think I've got, if I copy that.
Maybe if you copy it, it might work because it's your stream.
I don't know if I can comment on like the stream, if that makes sense. I'm going to send it to Dan. Can I? I don't know. Can I put a comment? I don't think I can comment. More. Post a comment. Right. Let's see if
you can do it.
Oh no, because I don't think it's. Aha. Right. Let's see if that works. There we go. Yes.
Did it work?
I think so.
Oh yeah, I can see it. I can't click on it because I'm on it.
Yeah.
Already.
Hopefully that's worked.
Yes, it did work. I checked on my phone.
There we go. Happy days. It's I've only used this. I've only used this program once, which was when Steve and I did the Averagers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still kind of working out how to use this program.
Because you've not had it long, have you?
Nah, as I say, the first time I ever used it was a couple of weeks ago. It was with Steve, so it's all a bit of a learning experience. It's awesome. It's awesome. So, are you planning on getting anything else, or what have you got your eyes on?
I want to see if I can find the giant stick insect.
Have you spoken to Sam?
No.
Because if anyone's going to...
I was just going to look from the show.
All right, okay. Because if it's in terms of phasmids, if it's phasmids you're after, then Sam is, he's the one that's going to...
I've got Black Beauty.
Oh, Black Beauties are all... I used to keep them. I do like the Black Beauties. I've got... I can't even remember what species they are. I've got these 4 that have just... They're in the commune tank and they've been in there forever and a day, and
they just seem to be. Can you keep different types together?
Yeah, it can be. I know people have done it. I generally tend not to.
I was just asking.
Lots of people do, and it can be, as long as the requirements are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I ever have done it. I don't think I have, because I think the species I've had have always been like one after the other. I've never really kept multiple species at any given time. But yeah, I mean, as long as the care requirement is the same.
Mum, yeah, I think I know. Mantis Mum, if you message Spider Shop before the show, they will bring you some, because I'm sorting out a surprise for a hooligan for the show. Annabelle, I'm talking. So if she messages or phones the Spider Shop, they sell them and they'll bring us some to the show.
So David's saying that for all your phasmidy needs, Sam and Curtis would be your best bet for phasmids and
I'm going to see what's at the show just for looking around.
Awesome. I mean, I mentioned, I think on the last stream, the three I'm most wanting to put back into my collection that I kind of miss having is the Emurnus, the skeleton leg, the M. robustum, and the Crassipes, whatever you want to call it.
Well, message me the names and I'll have a look at Bedford and just see.
Yeah, I know. Spider Shop have the Crassipes, I know that much.
And Spider Shop had the Black Beauties, like our friend in the chat was just asking. Because they said as long as they know tomorrow, they can pack it, because they're starting packing tomorrow. Because I spoke to them last week. If you ring them and say, can you bring blah blah to the show? But they're doing.
Of course, it's Lee's birthday today as well. I don't know if Lee himself is actually at the Doncaster show, because it's his birthday today as well. So,
Mantis Mum, what isopods have you got when you get back?
Oh, I keep doing that. Oh, there we go. I told you he'd be here somewhere, lurking around.
Hello, it's your friend.
So there's my man Brio. Brian, it was absolutely awesome. It was really good just to get out, enjoy some live music. as I say, it wasn't normally the kind of thing I'd listen to, but it was really, really good just to.
What instruments do you play?
I've dabbled in the drums, the guitar, and the ukulele. I've got a mouth organ kicking about somewhere that I kind of want to learn properly.
Don't. My husband swapped it. You know, one of them really old-fashioned. It's like a xylophone type thingy. One of them big organ. I was like, why?
And I was saying, because as I said, my friend, he's become the bassist for the band that were headlining last night, Catalysis, and he plays like he's really talented. He plays loads of stuff, cool. And so does his partner. She teaches ukulele and guitar, and I was saying like I would quite fancy getting a banjo. I think a banjo would be an awesome instrument to play.
Yeah. Mantis, Mum, ring them tomorrow because that's when I'm speaking to them. She's just put they're not answering.
Well, they might not answer because I think, as Dave was saying, Lee's kids aren't well, so he's obviously looking after the family, and the rest of the team are probably at Doncaster.
Yeah, so, that's why I said wait. That's why they said to me wait till Monday.
Jelly beans. So yeah, you probably would struggle to get in touch with anybody from Spider Shop today. Brian, how was the football? Did you get cuffed? Brian was away at the football yesterday to watch his team.
Which teams were playing?
It'll be some kind of dodgy Scottish team versus another dodgy Scottish team, I would speculate.
Somebody's had too many loopy jelly beans in the back.
Well, I hope it's jelly beans and not orange dairy cows. Mum, she says she's trying with the ukulele. Play the didgeridoo. I'd love to play a didgeridoo. My ukulele, I'm wanting to go a size up because some of the chords, I've got quite little fat dumpy fingers, and some of the chords I can't really play all that well without having to bar them, and I want to kind of learn how to play them properly. Oh, we have my mano. Hey, you big handsome bugger, yeah. How you doing?
Not too bad. A little tired. To be fair.
Yeah, join the club.
How long did it take you to catch that fish?
It took 10 minutes of fighting it, but I've been many times without catching a fish, so probably a few months.
Oh man.
Been bitten by my cat.
So Dave is also acknowledging your almighty sexiness, Dan.
Hey man.
Yeah, big rugged handsome ginger beast, you. You shake your head at me. So what's new with you? What's been happening, my man? What's
not much really, just day in, day out, same old.
Work.
Business. Get home. Child.
Chaos.
And Xbox.
How old's your child?
She's 3, so she started school this year. So it's a bit all
school or nursery.
You know,
like preschool.
Whatever it is, play school sort of thing.
Just get out of the house. Go and be somebody else's.
Why?
Go and be somebody else's problem. So anything new with you? Are you still keeping? Or you still got a reasonable collection? Or you kind of whittled it down a bit? Or
I'm still keeping. I think I'm going to the Bedford show in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
I'm going.
Sorry?
I'm going.
Yeah. I think it's so close. So it'd be kind of silly to not go, really.
Yeah.
So, probably we'll end up coming back with more. I don't know.
What are you looking at getting, or what do you keep?
I lost my last vampire crab the other day, so I think I'll probably get some more vampire crabs.
Cool.
I actually really like them.
They're difficult to look. What do you need to look after them? Just asking.
They're really simple, to be fair.
They don't have a heater.
Mine had a heater near it, but and they don't need too much water either. They're more just like a tarantula enclosure, as long as they've got water there and they can get to
like
it.
Like a bowl or something.
Yeah, but
Are they mainly kept room temperature? I've never actually kept them.
I'd say it's about room temperature, just a little bit more maybe, but yeah, no, they'd eat bloody anything.
Weren't you collecting Chilobrachus? Weren't you trying to collect all the kilo species?
I was, yeah. Well, you know how that all went. Everything kind of went south, didn't it? So, I still have. I've got Chilobrachus fahini. She's a big old girl. Oh God, sorry, this cat's really. He's a little Russian Maine Coon.
Wow.
And he's
you're speaking about me.
Yes,
How dare you?
But he's very lenient, so I say that, and he's biting my hand.
Bizarrely, none of mine are in this room. I have a couple.
My first sofa, we couldn't fit through the door, so I had to reorder the smaller one. So we're just waiting for that to come.
So it's Bedford. I take it Bedford's next Sunday, is it?
Yeah.
Yes. I take every day as it comes, mate. I know. Oh dear. I don't know.
So that would be, and that's part of the invert group, isn't it? That's like Lee and his team.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a stink.
Amy's helping on the spider shop.
Is she? Oh well.
Yeah.
There's a reason not to go. There's a child crawling behind me.
Oh, mine's gone quiet. Mine's now got YouTube.
See, it's one of those things when you go quiet, though. It's like, should you be worried? So Matt's mum's asking about crabs. She's not. How do I put this? She's wanting crabs. So if you want to pop your questions up, I'm sure there's somebody here that should be able to answer. Dave's offering.
Yeah, Dave, I will. Yeah.
Dave's offering to help out, give people crabs.
Like dog, Dave.
Yeah. Dave.
How wide does House of Bugs? Is he being a seller at the Bedford? Or?
So House of Bugs, Dave works very closely with Andy of So Many Legs. Andy can be a bit slow at times in responding to anything whatsoever. So usually if you're needing any sort of information on So Many Legs, you're probably better asking Dave than you are asking Andy.
Dave, and Dave will hound Andy.
Yeah. Although Dave's now going to thank us because there's going to be all these people messaging him going, right, I want this and I want that. Give me crabs, Mr. Bugs.
If you can find them.
Yep. Dave is a distributor of crabs. Crabs and fruit. Oh, wee man has arrived with, what's that you've got? Let me see.
Yeet.
Caught and held.
Oh, uh-oh. Oh, you got
quality. If I open these, do I get one?
Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
My daughter's disappeared for 5 minutes. She's been creeping round.
How many did I take? Go on.
Hasn't
Count.
she, Adam?
1, 2, 3.
Annabelle's been sneaking on ever since I logged in.
Nope. Dun dun dun. And he's away again.
Uh-oh.
Big Tony's asking what's up. Yeah, Bugs UK usually have quite a variety of crabs, and I suppose it just depends what species you're after.
I like the old vampire crabs. They were good.
The vampires are very cool. I think
there's many different colours as well.
Yeah, because you get the purples and the apple reds or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I had the apple reds.
Is Gar not still got Arachnotube? Has he not still got a crab enclosure on the go?
The
Well, I
last
thought so.
person I saw was Scott Inverts. He got 6. I don't know where he's going to put all them.
No,
There
I
was-
got 6 at the time as well.
There's somebody else put up a video recently about the rainbow crab. I can't quite remember who that was. They're quite big, awesome beasties.
Do they fight with each other, the vampire crabs?
I did have one instant where one had the other, like had another. Was just in pieces the next day. I was like, ooh.
Do
But
they need to
apart
be kept separate then?
They don't need to be, no. Just sometimes they can be a bit cannibalistic. So we've got to keep the food flowing, basically. Lots of fruit. All crickets in the last one I had was just ravenous. It would eat all sorts, and I'd chuck a cricket in there, and it would chase the cricket around the enclosure like crazy.
That's funny.
Now, I'm going to guess Matt and Mum is maybe awesome sauce comes from a kids TV show called Butterbean's Cafe that the wee man absolutely loves and adores, and one of the little fairies always says everything is awesome sauce. So ever since then, I've just I say it to wee man, I'm like, oh, that's awesome sauce, and it's become part of my vocabulary. It's such a good word. Brian's sending me links for some YouTube video, which I shall look at later.
Hi T-Reps.
T-Reps is here. Matt's mum, do you need to buy several, or can vampire crabs be solitary? So somebody with more experience.
Oh, bye.
Dan's
doing a me.
He's done. Yeah, he's either hit a wrong button or he's lost internet connection. One of the two. Hopefully, he'll pop back up. There we go.
I've had to swap. I've kidnapped small one's iPad.
He's back.
Click the wrong buttons. They
That's what we just said. I did it earlier.
Yeah, I've never used this before.
So Dan, Matt and Mum is asking, do they need to be? Do you need to have several, or can they be quite happily kept solitary?
Yeah, they could, like I said, I had one left after. I bought 6. One actually had eggs at one point, but nothing came of it, unfortunately. And then over time, they dwindled over time. And then I had one for ages on its own, like a year on its own. And it's done just fine. So, yeah, it can be solitary. Don't have to have them together, but it's just nice to have several. So.
I've got baby geckos, haven't I? They come on earlier.
We had a really bad incident with a baby gecko. I bought Chelsea a gecko for her birthday.
Yeah.
And it was up against the bark in the enclosure, and we went to feed it, and it jumped to get the food, and it snapped its spine when it jumped.
Oh dear!
It just died instantly, straight away. It jumped and died, and we were like,
geckos, not cresty.
Yeah, I was gutted really. It's only a baby.
I've managed to breed these eggs, and I've got 2 babies. I'm hoping they're female, because then I can introduce them to Mum. They're in the same tank as Mum, which she's not happy about, but she'll get used to them. Because I think she can hear them. So.
Yeah, I thought so. Let alone smell them.
Yeah.
So Philip was asking, I posted a video up earlier on my YouTube. I hate YouTube, the shorts, because for some reason only put 15, even if I change the video length, it'll only play 15 seconds of the audio. So the music cuts out halfway through the video. But I filmed my Sculpin Rodahani earlier taking a cockroach.
Yes,
so Philip was asking where I got it from, and I've had it that long that honestly can't remember where it came from. Apologies to whoever sent it to me, but it just seems to have been here forever, and it's such a big, enormous brute of a beast. But I can't remember. I've got a smaller centipede up in one of these tubs just now that I was gifted. But yeah, Philip, the best person to speak to, as David has said, is Tony Webb, the cockroach Carnage, Mr. Carnagey Cockroachy Webb is your man in the know-how about peds, millies and centis. Dan's having like some kind of little.
Do they bite?
I've taken my phone off the charger. I'm sitting very uncomfortably right now.
Oh, fair enough. I'm just
also, I haven't been on camera for a long time, and I'm much fatter than I was, so I'm conscious.
That's all right. Join the club. This belly is just getting ridiculous.
Yeah, but you look good. You know, you got a good haircut.
That's the missus. She keeps it. It actually needs reshaved.
Yeah, so does mine. Look how fluffy it is.
Well, usually Adam's just talking to himself to a screen, so it's probably
I'm usually just blethering to myself. Centipedes, yes, they can bite, and my understanding is it's not very pleasant whatsoever. So I have no intentions of finding out. I did handle a giant centipede, which is something I never thought I would do. It was at one of the shows. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was at the Brighton show. I held a giant centipede, and yeah, it's not something I'll do again. It was I think it was Mr. Chris Cox. He's very, very knowledgeable, and I think it was him that convinced me to handle it. He was like, "Oh, it's fine, it's fine."
I was the same place, but
yeah,
that was when I was. Yeah, I've got a video of me holding it, and then we were like,
yeah. And then it got passed to Side X, and it started like scraping its fangs again. I think he needed to go and change his underpants after that. It was fine on us.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it was absolutely fine for us. And then it got to him, and you just saw like the fangs start to scrape against his finger. I was just like, oh no.
That's like a spider. The only spider I've ever held was at college. It was Chilean Rose. But everybody else it used to kick its hairs at, but they used to let me hold it. So of course,
probably because you were calm.
When I used to have my exams, I used to get the one handling or feeding that. I said, why? They said because we know that it won't kick the hairs at you. So.
Well, I used to run my own business, taking animals, a variety of animals around to the place, and all the times we had one incident. It was actually a rat bit a little girl, and she said she was squeezing it. But not all the times of animal. We never had any incidents or injuries, no bites or anything. And it was my predominant tarantula that I used was a Lacidora klugi, huge beast of a girl, the most docile spider I've ever come across.
Mantis Mum is offering to give down a haircut at the show.
There we go. You want to wee trim at the show, Dan? We've got an offer.
Can't do that. My missus will think I'm cheating on her.
Disappear out and come back with a new haircut.
Yeah.
That's a telltale sign of infidelity right there.
My hairdresser, so you know.
Yeah, join the club.
You can't. Yeah, you can't cheat on your barber, can you?
Nah, I think it's roughly about every 3 weeks. Mine gets done, so I think it's due for a wee.
Mine's just whenever I nag Chels.
Yeah.
Bell's found Roblox.
Oh, Roblox! I know. I keep meaning to add her on. Things have been crazy. So Dan, have you looking to get any more ants then, or what's happening there?
I don't know. I just had I think it was in a week. I had 2 colonies go, and I was just like, it really puts you off. I mean, as you know.
Yeah. Do you keep ants then, Dan? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm a big ant enthusiast, you could say, but I don't know. I just you could be doing everything right, and then it will just die.
Yeah.
As soon as the queen's gone, that's it. Colonies.
Yeah, it's goosed. I had 3 colonies. I've got some that I caught, but excluding them, I've had 3 colonies. I had Mesobarbarus. I had the little ones with love butts that I can't actually remember. I just call them the little love butts.
Doncaster.
And I have the big guys. And I gave mealworms to all 3 of my colonies, and to my milk frogs.
There's a crab behind
There's a crab behind me. And within a day or two, my froggos were dead, and 2 of my ant colonies were dead.
Oh God.
The big colony hadn't touched the mealworm, which was immediately removed. So the only factor between all deaths was the mealworms.
So they'd been fed something that maybe they wasn't, but you just don't know.
But other than that, there's no logical explanation as to why, because the 2 colonies were doing it absolutely brilliantly. They were absolutely great. And then just like that, they just failed.
Yeah,
and I
had 2 polyarchus, didn't I? And
the polys,
They were going for so long, and in the same week, I lost both colonies.
Yeah, well, one of yours was over it was a year and a bit old, wasn't it?
Over a year old, and I lost both colonies at the same time.
Have you ever been to the Bedford one, Dan?
Yes, I used to go to near on every show.
Do they sell live food there? Do you know?
Yeah, they'll sell live. Yeah, definitely. Almost every store will have live food, to be fair. So
it's just I need to try and get some more red runners. They're my chameleon's favourite.
Yeah, I found a cockroach in my van the other day, and I haven't had cockroaches.
Just chilling, just like in the back, having a.
It was a baby red runner, and I have no clue how it got in my van, because my van has never had inverts in it. So how a cockroach ended up there, I don't know.
My cockroaches will be getting sent over to Adam because my chameleon doesn't like them.
I'm the other way.
I'm that way on me.
I'm that way. Yeah. Everything's backwards. 2 seconds. Chat amongst yourself. My child is saying something from the kitchen. I've got a funny feeling he's climbed up on the kitchen bunker and is now probably stuck. So I shall be but a second.
So I'm hoping that there'll be the big red runner colonies, because they're my chameleon's favourite at the minute.
Oh, you have a chameleon?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I've got an Ankeethi. He's a Ankeethi panther.
Oh God!
It's a type of panther. It's just called an Ankeethi.
Changes colour.
Yeah. He likes whenever I see him, he goes reddy orange. But if my husband gets him out, he doesn't go that colour. He hisses at him. He's more of a
hisses.
Yeah, he can hiss. He wouldn't hurt you. God, he lets me give him kisses, but some of them would bite at you. So, I mean, there must be a trust there from him.
Oh, right, awesome sauce, well done.
So, what other animals have you got?
Oh, Jiminy Crickets. I'm back. I put the kettle on while I was away. I thought we could have a little. Yeah.
Mantis Mum, have you got either Adam or on Facebook? Because I don't know how to find you. Before
Am I missing a quick? Sorry, what was happening here?
Mantis Mars put, wait, what do you need? I have red runners if you need some. But
there you go.
To find her.
Would you say they're more moody than Beardies, Dave?
Yes, please, Mantis Mum.
There you go.
You have to look for me at the show, though.
Obviously, we can see your trumpet. You're right there. You're right there.
Hello, Adam's little boy.
I might get another praying mantis,
What was that, dude?
I might get another praying mantis. I love them.
Yeah, I sort of love ghosts. Ghosts are my favourite.
Ghosts, I love ghosts because you can keep them communally.
Philocrania paradox, I absolutely love them. Mine was in its final stage of life, so lived out its final years. It just randomly disappeared. It was living in with my giant African land snails. But I think old age.
The snail went over it.
No, I think old age. It's just, it matured into adulthood quite some time ago. and was living out in a tank of its own. And then I thought, it can only have months left or whatever. So I chucked it in there, and it seemed happy as Larry. I think now that it's died, they've quite possibly consumed it, or
yeah. The problem I have with mantises is that I'd say 99% of them always turn out male for me. I'm plagued with male mantises.
How can you tell the difference? Because I've got a 2-inch one that I got from Spider Shop.
The segments on the abdomen
balls
have, if it's 5 segments, it's a female, and if it's 7 segments, it's a male. But even if I buy a confirmed female, it always ends up male, and I'm like, well, okay, whatever. So even if I count, when they're young, it's so hard to count. So
I'll wait till he gets a bit bigger, because I've got to get him a new house from the show.
Yeah. So what you're looking at is the segments on the underside of the abdomen. There we go, musical interlude. So yeah,
don't bring
sorry?
the accordion out, or you have my dog singing.
Yeah, so there we go. I've got a friend's request from Mountain Mum, so I'll accept that, and then I can link the two of you.
Add me or something.
Yeah.
Conversation.
Yeah.
What's Dan laughing at?
Dave's
probably. Dan's he has that effect on people, does our Dan. I was a woman once.
Yeah, I turn everyone man.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Dave is most definitely.
What did little man want from the kitchen?
He had climbed up on the side and got himself a Chubba Chub lolly. I think it was a Chubba Chub. So he's now away. He's just devoured an entire bag of. He's going through one of those phases. He's like me. He'll go ages without barely eating anything, and then he'll just gorge himself. So he's already.
Annabelle was like that at school the other day. She said she had 3 different snacks. I'm like, oh, okay. What time are you looking again to the show, Dan?
Whenever
discuss shows. I'll be back.
Whenever my other half gets ready, really. So it just always depends on that. She's so slow, so it's just whenever we're ready, really. We'll probably be there most of the day, to be fair, because we're friends with a lot of the sellers. So
I don't think we're staying all day, because some autistic little one will get bored.
Yeah. Oh, there's my missus.
Oh, she's just back with the baby.
Yeah.
Where have they been for a walk?
Yeah, they've been round Grandma's.
Ah.
I'm back.
Little man's causing you all sorts of trouble today.
No, that was just me going to make myself a coffee. That's not into.
Right.
That's just me.
Come on then.
Fruit flies do my absolute nugget, and I hate anything that's so small it needs to have fruit flies. I generally try and avoid anything as small as that.
Why do people don't like fruit fly?
Because they're a pain in the hoop. An absolute pain in the bum.
It's called dexterity. You just grab them.
What, with your giant, enormous fingers? They must just look like you must.
I could catch them with chopsticks, mate.
Daniel-san.
Yeah. Wipe on.
Yeah,
it is a YouTube. It's live. Wait, that's not very nice, is it, Adam?
What's that?
Chelsea isn't saying hi.
Oh, that's all right.
No, it's not.
Say hello to me, Chelsea. I will cry. Why is my phone charger thingy-my-bobbity not working?
My
There we
dog's
go.
trying to give you her ball.
Quality. Greg joined us. Greg, if you want to join us up on screen, somewhere is a link in the chat.
You may have to send it again so that it's further down the screen because we can only scroll back so far.
Hold on. Right.
He was begging me to feed him. I fed him. He ate all of the treats out of it and was just like, "Give me food."
Come on, Phil, come on.
Oh, the wireless charging thing keeps stopping. Pile of rubbish. So have you got you? Oh, it's because my phone's too hot, apparently.
Uh-oh.
Boom. So, is there anything particular you're after? Either you guys at the Bedford show? Is it a case of you're going to turn up, see what there is, and take it from there, or is there something you're thinking? I really hope they've got this.
I've only pre-ordered 2 things, which is UVB bulbs for my reptiles.
I'm not after anything in particular. I'm just showing the face. Yeah. I mean, back to normality, trying to anyway.
Well, that's why I enjoyed last night so much. It was just so nice to get out and see some live bands.
Yeah, I saw that. You shared something, didn't you?
Yeah, it's the guy I work with. He's my boss at work. He has become the bass player for a band called Catalysis.
Okay.
And they were headlining a thing last night through in Dundee. So yeah, because it was just really awesome. He was always going to go and see them anyway, so he had a ticket to go and see them. But because he then became the bass player for the band, he had a spare ticket. So yeah, it was really cool.
What sort of music style are they? the good stuff.
Oh, it's on this phone. I was going to say I'll play a video, but I can't because it's saved to this phone, not the other one.
That's right. Just send me later, man.
Yeah, I'll send it to you later. If you just look, I'll send you a link to them. I mean, they release loads and loads of stuff. They're constantly releasing new stuff. They seem quite a well-established band. So yeah, he's absolutely loving life. Although because he was a guitarist with his previous band, and guitar is like his main thing, he's basically had about a month to learn. I think 12 songs they played last night.
Oh,
so I had like a month to learn all these like complicated bass riffs, and he did brilliantly. You would never think that he only joined the band a month ago when you saw him up on stage last night. Absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, it was really cool just to get out, taking some live music. Although there was like a boy standing next to me, proper going full mosh pit. So it was like Neo from the Matrix at points, like trying to dodge, fists and legs coming flying at me. It was fun. It was fun. It was cool. There was a band on before them called Volcano X, and they were kind of like slightly more rocky 80s kind of switched between heavy metal and kind of almost a kind of punky-esque kind of pop kind of vibe. It's quite difficult to describe what they were doing, but they were awesome. Like they were really good. Just unfortunately, the sound guy kept kind of like goofing up their sound. There was a lot of feedback at points, which kind of ruined it. But other than that, really cool band. Really cool band. So I'm going to catch up on the chat. Dave's finally got rid of the last of his assassins. So he's only got a couple of ISOs in his reptiles and amphibians.
Frogs love eating the isopods, but I don't know because they're so slow.
Yeah, easy pickings. Greg's not going to be at the Bedford, but he might be making the Brighton show. Diana's getting some ice pods and runners.
Did you go to the Kettering one, Dan?
No, I haven't been to a show in like 2-3 years.
No, I haven't.
So I can't. Charles, She's gone. Can't remember the last show I've been to. One of the last ones actually would probably be the Halifax one. Well,
Is that the one we were at?
BTS. No,
No, because that was supposed to be.
It was meant to be the last show.
Probably the last Easter.
Last Eastern show.
Dave saying he saw you at Entercon.
Last year,
Seas in February. Yeah, Seas in February last year.
just before everything happened.
Yeah, just before everything happened was the last show I went to. So
Yeah, Dave's saying he saw you at Entercon.
I don't know what that one is.
Maybe you've got a look-alike.
No, I don't have a look-alike. You can't mistake me. I'm too much of a brute.
No, I'm just saying, if it wasn't you at that show, maybe you've got a look-alike.
I'd messaged Toby of Toby's Exotics because he was at the show, but I believe he's left the show now. I think he's on his way home, or unless because he's from my neck of the woods. He's an hour or so away from where I am, so I don't know if he's travelling back or what.
Yeah, it's been a while, Greg. I can't remember when I last saw you. To be honest, I can't remember really what happened yesterday. So. Take no offence.
Hello, Ben's pets.
I'm so mentally drained.
Ben of Ben's Bets is here. Hello. Ben joined one of my admin team, World of Myriapods, to help keep the rowdy bunch in order. Very knowledgeable young man.
Cool. Yeah, I have no idea what I need to get from the show. I know I want to get some of the little enclosures for my praying mantis, but I need to look at which one's best.
There'll be. I'd imagine you'll be swamped for choices at the shows, especially whether you want plastic, acrylic, glass. There'll be loads of good.
My house gets quite cold, so I'm trying to think which will be best. Probably the glass is what I'm thinking.
We're both fine, Greg. Yeah, we're all good.
Bailey's Bug Blog was too ill to go to Donny. I'm really sorry. I hope you're feeling better. There's nothing worse than feeling rotten, especially when there was something you were looking forward to. Ben, were you at Donny today? I was hoping to get a Donny rep in the house. But nah, nobody's joined us for the. I know Jeremy was there, but I don't know if he's
quite
still
away
there or not.
from me.
Sorry?
Donny's quite away. I think it's.
I bet it's closer than it is for me.
Bedford's about 40 minutes, I'd say, from me. I don't know how far it's from you, Dan.
I'd say it's probably about 40 as well. Where about you based?
Near Milton Keynes.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're not too far from me. Stevenage there.
Oh, okay.
Doncaster, how far away is that?
I'm looking forward to when they start putting the Doncaster. Oh no, they're not allowed to record now, are they? The Doncaster. They get banned if they do.
What's that?
You're not allowed to record now at Doncaster.
Oh, really?
No.
Strange. Don't know about a good 2 hours run. Dave, I know the queues were pretty mental. Somebody posted up on Inverts UK, I think it was, a video of the queues for Donny, and they looked relatively long. So I'm kind of glad.
But I'm sure I'm sure when you get a show, Adam, you'll make up for it.
Yeah, hopefully. I think the plan is next year our show will be back because we only get the one this neck of the wood, which isn't happening this year, but they've all assured me that it will go ahead next year, so that'll be cool. It's a shame, like, it would have been good to get something, but
you've done a few mystery boxes instead, haven't you?
I've had a few bits and bobs come in. Yeah, I'm contemplating making a purchase soon. A friend of mine has got some pretty interesting bits and bobs. He's got it's sitting right here in its web at the moment, but I bet it's going to bolt as soon as I don't go away. So he's got it's down here in its web. You can't really see it. No, it's disappeared somewhere in its web, and damn me, it was sitting up here. That's the Ishnathelli Cordata, and he's got some of them available, and some other cool, awesome bits and bobs. So, yeah, hopefully make a wee sale there.
Right, I should probably go because my phone's about to die.
All right, cool, dude. Cool, dude.
Don't know
Yeah,
how
I won't be long, Adam, because I'm doing dinner.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I appreciate you both for joining me. It's been absolutely awesome.
No worries, man. Well, take care,
Nice
guys.
to talk to you, Dan. I might see you at the show.
Yeah, no doubt. You probably will. Just look for a 6'2".
I was going to say, just look above everybody else and you'll see Dan.
Yeah.
Look for the hyper small one. I think mine will be.
Cheers, Dave. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, love you, my big man. See you after.
Do you talk to Dan a lot?
Sorry?
Do you talk to Dan a lot?
No, I mean, we keep in touch. We keep in touch. Not as much as we used to because we're both kind of busy.
Oh, there's somebody behind you.
Yeah, we're both busy with families and life and work and everything else. But no, he's a wonderful man, a very, very good friend. You're a fucking lunatic. Right, go and be a lunatic with your mum.
Not as much as mine. Mine's disappeared with Daddy.
He's an absolute belter.
Oh, she's playing on the PS4.
All right, okay, so
my other half just texts pizza.
Winning some Scorpions to grow a bit as a late birthday present for myself. I was going to buy some Rotan slings for TSS, but hopefully breed my own soon. That would be awesome. Right, go. Yeah, good luck with that, Greg. That would be absolutely awesome.
I'm getting requests she wants takeaway chicken nuggets now.
Nice. We were going to be having the Ziki bean burgers, but we're not now because it'll take too long to do. So we're having, I don't know, some scallops, some corn escallop things.
Was you meant to be cooking or your wife?
Nah, I'll chuck them in the oven later. It's sweet potato fries and scallops. 25 minutes in the oven, they're done.
What will little man have?
I don't know. He ate a whole tin of spaghetti hoops earlier, so he might not need anything huge.
I've started something now about
everyone's talking about food. So Dave's saying, and I've noticed quite recently the RSPCA and Born Free or whatever, they seem to be targeting the. How do we get rid of that again? They seem to be once again targeting the exotic pet trade with a look to, and certain things I can understand. I was reading the thing the other day about it, and there's certain species they would like stopped altogether, and other things they would just like tighter restrictions and controls on.
Because I know they've stopped the snakes with the head wobble, haven't they? I can't remember which breed it was. Spiders.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I know spiders. Snakes hadn't been there for ages.
But yeah, the point I made to with in regards to that is I think that if they're going to focus on exotic pet keeping, they need to focus on pet keeping. I would imagine statistically there are more domesticated animals which are far more easily obtained. I would imagine there are more domesticated animals that are neglected or abused than the percentage of exotic pets.
Yeah.
So I think that really they should be focusing on tighter control and regulations around domestic animals before they start targeting exotic pet
Also,
keeping.
it's how long have they been in them little boxes before they go to Doncaster? Because some do like not do them the night before because they wouldn't have the time, would they? So it's how long have they been in them little?
Yeah. But yeah, it's like anything. They pick and they select the bits that most support their argument, as opposed to a fair overview of the situation.
So.
Technically, cats and dogs are classed as exotic pets by the RSPCA, so excuse the figures. Yeah, I just think they're picking, just, and I'm not condoning it, but because a handful of snakes have been abandoned, it doesn't mean that the entire community or hobby should be persecuted for the actions of a few, and especially given a huge amount of animals that face, neglect right across the board.
This is to Mantis Mum when she messages me. Do you want me to send you the link to try Gusto? Because I've got a voucher. I can't have Hello Fresh because they're not dairy free. I found out the other day. Hello Fresh don't do the dairy free versions.
Chris Newman did a good post showing it.
Did you want them cockroaches, Adam? And I'll send them up after the show to you.
Yeah, by all means. They'll certainly never go to waste here. It'd be hugely appreciated.
Okay, because my communion's not eating them. He's only liking the red runners. So
have we got anybody? Is there anybody in the chat at all that was at the show today? Out of curiosity, I don't think we do. I don't think there was. I'll need to have a look at that, Dave. I was actually looking a bit into it myself yesterday after they posted, I think, in their article.
Oh, have you? Oh dear.
About who's gone? Who's gone?
I keep getting messages from my husband about pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza sounds good.
Oh, and she wants chicken nuggets. I'll sort it in a minute because I think we'll probably call it quits 5 minutes or so.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you're staying on.
I'll play it by ear.
That's fair enough. But no, Doncaster's a lot stricter, I think.
Yeah, I think they always have been.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, so from me to Doncaster, it's 291.7 miles.
Oh my God. I think this is 2.5 hours. I don't know how many miles that is.
Yeah, we're about 5 or so hours.
Yeah, you're further than me. So,
Ben said he was at the show, but he's away. Has anyone in the chat got any new additions recently? Has anyone got anything awesome that they've added to the collections? Because that was kind of what I was wanting to achieve with this chat, was to look at other people's new additions, people that haven't necessarily been at the shows. So yeah, we're wanting to see what people have been getting recently. What have people been getting? My last additions were the Gigas that I got. And if you're looking for them, then I can send you in the direction of the gentleman that has plenty of them. He has many a Gigas to acquire. So if anybody wants some Histocratus Gigas, then part of me was thinking about a possible commune. I know people have spoken about communes, but I just think with one particularly being much larger than the other, I don't really want to risk that one getting bigger quicker.
Mantis Mum, as soon as Adam sends me your name on Facebook, I'll send you the link. It was just easier for her to find you than me. Because I'm not easy, because I've got the chameleon as my picture. Haven't I? On mine.
My phone's doing its thing. Yeah, I'm pretty easy to find.
Yeah, easier than me.
Yeah, it's, as Dave's saying, communes. I was reading, somebody had posted the other day, the age-old question, what are successful communes? And somebody put Balfouri, Villasella and Gigas. And two of them I would completely disagree with. Well, I've never tried it with the Gigas, but as I say, I'm not going to try. Villasella, it kind of worked, but it crashed pretty quick. So the only one that does seem to tolerate that kind of keeping would be Balfouri. Anything else I probably wouldn't really recommend at all. I know people talk about what's the other one? NC. People say NC can be kept communally as well, but again, I've heard so many.
Question for you. What was your first ever spider?
It was a Rosea, the Chilean rose, Gamma-Sola Rosea.
How long does a spider live for?
It could be a case of how long is a piece of string. I mean, the world record, if I recall correctly, it was a trapdoor spider, and it was 46 years of age when it was found to be dead, and the reason it died was due to a flood. So, you know, potentially, it's incredible. 46 years old for a solitary spider is just absolutely phenomenal. Never in my life would I have thought a spider could live that long. Tarantulas, I think I've heard people speaking about the tarantula being, 15 plus years old. So, they can.
Poor Phil, cat doesn't drive and has got nobody to take him to a show.
Ah, man, that sucks. We shall need to rectify that.
We will indeed.
We shall need to be fixed. I don't even know which close. I'm not geographically competent, so I don't know what would be the closest for Nottingham. I'm sure that information could easily be obtained.
They do try and do something near train stations and stuff, which is rather nice, don't they? The shows.
What was that? Sorry.
They do try and do the shows near transport.
Oh, I've never noticed.
Well, Bedford's near the train station.
All right. Okay.
So I wasn't sure if some of the others was.
There you go, Philip. You're being offered a possible lift. Look at that! The joys of live chat.
Wow.
You've possibly just got yourself a ride to a show, which would be absolutely awesome. Yeah, that would be cool. There you go. So yeah, we were just
ask, can't we?
Yeah, exactly. It's what it's all about. It's supporting each other.
I believe in karma, don't you?
Absolutely. It just means I'm a jumping spider and horsehead grasshoppers. They're mental looking things, aren't they? The horsehead grasshoppers. Use a train to get home from Brighton, never again. Yeah, especially if you've been buying stuff, you don't really want to be jumping on public transport with, especially if you're buying tank, like enclosures and stuff. I can't imagine that would be great at all. Yeah, no. I mean, I know when I went to the show in Brighton, I had to leave everything with Dave. I left everything with him, and it was quite sad leaving, buying all these awesome new additions, and then getting the flight home and then having to wait for them to get posted up to me. It was kind of, it's like, I want my stuff.
But you can't take spiders and stuff on the airport.
I wouldn't want to risk it.
I guess you could the enclosures, but not the actual.
Yeah, but then, because you're only allowed so much weight per person.
Yeah.
And I wasn't buying enclosures, it was just livestock. So yeah, Dave sent it all up to me, but yeah, it was, I'd love to go again.
Oh yeah, come on up, Mantis Mum. That'll be fun. You may have to give Mantis Mum the link again.
Yeah, we're going to get some. I'll post the link. Here we go. Posting the link. Chat. There we go. That should be the link there, and then I should get a guest invitation shortly.
Because I think I'm going to have to go and get pizza in a minute.
You're going for pizza. We're going to look at talk about posting stuff. Dave's giving me a wink, wink. This better not be anything dodgy.
Uh-oh.
Always be wary of Dave when he's up to something. Although, you remember the food challenge, the chocolate bogs? They were delicious.
I never saw that one.
If you look up the video called, what did we call ourselves now? Oh, it was such a good video. I absolutely loved it.
We have to try. We'll send it me later when you find it.
Yeah, Dave might remember off the top of his head. My brain's just gone what did we call it? Video dude.
Eating challenge, you said.
No, I would the collective group. It was like a satirical take of the A-Team. The Unwatchables, I think we called it. Was it not? Were we not the Unwatchables? Yeah, with Sam and Gar. I think we called basically because we've got the Undateables, so we called it the Unwatchables. And it was all. We've got 4 guys, 1 challenge. Maybe it was that one.
Ask Annabelle, where did she put my phone? She stole my phone, so I can't even order pizza.
Yeah, I think we called. Quickly skip through this. Yeah, there we go.
4 guys and 1 challenge.
Four guys, 1 challenge. It was So anyway, yeah, that was that was an awesome. I uploaded it, mate. Yeah, it was me, Gar, and Sam. I sent them all a challenge, and then the editing that together was an absolute nightmare. But anyway, we have Manted Mum, who is a grey screen at the moment, but we'll add to the stream, and hopefully we've got a spinny,
slow internet.
We have a spinny worry wheel of contemplation occurring. We all just anyway, now we're just going to get this grasshopper thing in our faces, aren't we? It's going like, I'm here. Yeah, there was always a sequel planned to that, but as per anything else, it's like life kind of got in the way, and we just never actually got round to filming. I think we had a couple of ideas of things we wanted to do. One of them, I actually started filming. There we go. Sam came up with an absolutely brilliant idea for a challenge that we could do, and I actually went out and started filming that challenge. And I don't know whatever happened to it. We just never got around to doing it. So it's still there. I've still got it saved on my phone. Still got the videos.
I think Mantis Mum's internet's not working properly.
Yeah, I think that's a shame. I was looking forward to seeing these.
Yeah. Right, I'm just going to be right back in a minute.
Okay, cookies.
I'll see you in a moment.
Dave stopped doing videos because he's lazy. Fair enough, man. Life kind of gets in the way. There's a lot of stuff going on. I sometimes kind of struggle myself like yesterday, I thought I can, always rely on a feeding compilation. Everybody loves a wee feeding compilation, and I fed pretty much like, if I tweak the camera, I fed all of them, and I think some of these guys, and just nobody was interested, bar maybe one or two. It was just a complete waste of time. Matt and Mum were just not getting to see these horse heads. It is not happening. But if anyone else wants to join us, there's space up here for anybody to join us. Oh, and going again. Maybe retry. Maybe if you retry the link, it might work. So Dave will start doing videos again. Probably more reptile related, maybe, as opposed to arachnid and invert. I think possibly you can confirm or deny that. I have a dog staring at me. I have a wee man squealing in the background. Here we go. We've got a guest. Hopefully it'll work this time. Right, dude. Add stream. There we go. Hopefully it'll load up this time. Let's see. So what's returning it? It's not, Greg. It's never too long. I've seen plenty of people. Plenty of people take a long break and come back at it. It's do it because it's fun to do. Don't worry about anything else. Just enjoy making the videos. It doesn't matter whether you've been away for a week, a month, a year. If you want to make videos, make videos. As I say, there's a couple of channels spring to mind that are regularly sort of taking a break and coming back, take a break, come back. There's no harm in it. There's no wrong in it. Nobody can. The ring of death. Don't know if I'm going in the right direction. Yeah, so Dave will start doing videos again, mostly reptiles, isopods, alongside with his turtles and stuff. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Yeah, for some reason it's just this link just isn't working. And unfortunately, we're not getting to see these horsey headies. We're just getting the eternal ring of death, which kind of sucks. I was looking forward to that. It would have been really cool. Oh, there we go. Exclusive. House of Bugs is working on a video at the moment. I've got a couple of videos I'm working on just now. None of them I can sort of do much with. One is a build. I'm doing an enclosure build. It's kind of midpoint at the moment because I need to get tiling grout to finish that off. Take tile grout and then paint it. I went out looking for the Desicratus, the woodlouse spider. Can't remember what it's called. I went out to try and find one of them, and it was the biggest, most epic failure known to man. Take it easy going out.
Yeah.
Be gone, child, be gone. You going across the road? Am I thinking about any new additions for your collection? Yes, I am. I'm always thinking of new additions for the collection. For I am a collective addict. Dogs. And yeah, oh, Diane's back. There's a couple of things I've Drostera cricata, that's it. They're apparently hugely common all throughout the UK. Can I find one of the bloody things? Can I buggery? Cannot find the damn things anywhere whatsoever.
What happened
Whinging
to
Willows and
Mantis, Mum? Is it not working?
yeah, we're just getting the eternal ring of death, and it's just not happening, unfortunately, which really sucks.
If she's using an iPhone, it doesn't really like StreamYard. I've had to steal Annabelle's iPad.
All right, okay.
I get the ring of death on my phone.
Hold on, I don't know if it's. Oh, we've got Steve. Hey.
Hello.
There we go. Hey, man.
How you doing? Hang on, I've got to mute the telly.
Hold on, I don't know if it's. Yeah, mute us. How you doing?
I'm good, yeah.
Awesome. What's that on your wall behind you there? That looks like some kind of mad contraption.
Yeah, I've got a parrot.
All right, cool.
Everything
It's a parrot obstacle course.
Yeah, there's stuff
It's
everywhere.
like Ninja Warrior for parrots.
Yeah, there's a rope going across the window as well.
Oh, that's awesome. I thought it was going to be like one of those little flying marsupially things. It's named sugar gliders. I thought you were going to say it was like a sugar glider or something.
I don't know if you'd be able to see him.
What is he, African grey?
No, he's a Pacific parrotlet.
Oh, he's got blue head.
Oh, he's stunning.
Yeah, he's tired.
From doing that obstacle course.
Yeah.
So how old is he?
2 years old.
Is he hand tame or?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out this camera.
Hey.
Yeah, everything's kind of back to front. It's
There's a snake.
Yeah, it's my little royal.
little royal.
He's called Harry.
Mine's not so little. Mine's about 4.5 foot.
Yeah, I've got 3. So this is Harry. I've got Megan, who's a banana ball, and I've got a fully grown female. She's called Celine, and she's a vanilla.
Oh wow!
Nice
mix.
Yeah.
So, what's your most recent addition? What's your newest?
Well, I went to Kettering and I bought quite a few. I bought another. I think I've got 33 spiders now.
Nice. Tarantulas or trues, a mix, or what kind of?
All tarantulas. I don't know if I'll be able to turn the camera around.
Don't know. Nope.
No. But yeah, I bought a pokey.
Which one?
Metallica.
Metallica, nice.
So he's right at the back, or she. I don't know if you can see that because I can't see the screen now.
Was that Cage from the show, the Kettering?
No, these are from my brother. So,
right, we're gonna go and sort food, Adam, because
all right, cool.
Me with the word pizza.
Pizza.
You're gonna say bye. Bye.
Awesome sauce. You take care.
Bye.
All right. But yeah, so I've got a couple of frogs as well. Pac-Man frogs.
Pac-Man are awesome. I'm kind of contemplating getting another one myself.
Yeah, they don't do a lot.
No, but they're really easy to keep.
Yeah, I've got 2 Kenyan sandbars as well. They're buried under the sand somewhere. So that's a little. I divided a Exoterra up.
All right, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they're only little tiny things. But yeah, I bought quite a lot from the show. I'm going to put Harry back.
Off he goes.
Yeah.
So that was Kettering, did you say you went to?
Yeah. I bought a scorpion as well.
What kind?
I'm not sure. I can't remember now.
Hetero?
Scorpio Morris.
All right, okay. Nice.
Yeah. I should have got some of these out beforehand.
Best laid plans and all that, eh?
Yeah. So tiny little thing. Oh, I need to get some proper cameras.
And the good old UV.
Yeah.
What's that I say is really gold or something, isn't it? The Scorpio Maris.
Yeah. So yeah, that was 14 quid, which I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. That's what I miss about the shows is, you know, the offers, basically the good prices.
Yeah. So yeah, that was from Bitey Things. Yeah, I got what's it? I see Marnie, which I've always wanted since I learned that it's the tarantula from Home Alone.
That's a stunner.
Yeah, beautiful. Mm.
So
Yeah,
when you were at the would you say, have you noticed, I mean, have you been to quite a few of the shows over your years, I take it?
No, this is only the second one I've ever been to.
All right, okay. So I was going to say, have you noticed a difference with the lack of European traders? But if you've not been to that many shows, you might not notice a huge difference in the sort of variety or...
Yeah, the last one I went to before Kettering was when I was about 13, 14. And that was in Gillingham in Kent. And yeah, I bought 2 tarantulas, two Chilean Rose, but I couldn't. Yes, I don't really know the difference, to be honest.
Yeah, because I mean, I've not been to any since the whole sort of departure from the EU and stuff, but I've noticed a lot of people saying that they've noticed a lot of difference. I think the ones that are held by like Lee in the Spider Shop and that, I think they have enough contacts to kind of fill the room. But as Dave's saying there, a lot of people were saying that Donny was pretty miserable because Donny, I think, relies on a lot of people coming from overseas.
Yeah,
A lot of big snake breeders from like Germany and stuff would originally come over, but without them, I think it's been a bit rubbish.
Yeah, and they probably can't export them now either, so take them back. I'm not sure on the laws.
I know I would imagine to bring anything into the country, they would have to do an absolute heap of paperwork and probably pay importation tax.
Yeah.
And then anything they didn't sell, we probably have to do paperwork for whatever did sell for tax purposes. And they would probably then have to do more paperwork and exportation tax for taking stuff home with them again. So all in all, I think it would probably be a very costly process, and it would probably end up costing more than they earned.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've got I think 34 tarantulas now. I bought a couple of millipedes as well. I bought some red runner roaches. Yeah, it was quite good. I spent quite a bit of money at the show. And
you got to go with a small fortune if you're planning on spending. Yeah. I think sometimes you're better restricting yourself to. Is that the Gigas?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cracking millies.
Yeah, they are pretty cool.
A nightmare to breed, though.
Yeah, well, I've got a male and a female, so we'll see how it goes. But
the Hannah's joined us in the chat. I mean, I had them, and getting them to physically breed was easy, but getting them to actually produce any offspring seems to be a bit of a trickier thing. But fingers crossed for you, man.
Yeah, I'm going to change the tub though, and so I'm going to get a bigger one, and I'm going to make it bioactive and put some Porcellio laevis in there as well.
Nice.
So it should be a bit more self-sustaining. But let's see how we go.
So how many did you pick up at the show?
I think 11 or 12.
Nice.
But yeah, it was quite good. So we've got Bedford, obviously, this Sunday that I'm going to because I've promised my nephew that we'd go. But yeah.
I hope you've been saving then.
Well, I've got some money put aside for something else. I'm doing up the house as well, so it's a bit of a state. The gardens are just mud.
No.
I've got maybe 70 to 80 ton of soil in the front garden to be taken away.
Great.
So I've
That
got
will
the
be
money.
cheap.
I've got the money put aside for that.
You just sterilise it and start using it in your containers.
Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, our front and back gardens kind of turned into a growing patch. Oh, he's out.
Yeah, let him out.
I used to keep cockatiels and canaries.
Yeah, I've had Jeffrey. His name's Jeffrey. So I've had him for 2 years.
Nice.
But yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Philip's asking, and you might know better than me because you've been more recently. Do they do the Sicarius or six-eyed sand spiders at the shows? If not, Philip, I might be able to help you out there. The problem with Sicarius is that they may, probably will, go onto the DWA list over the next year or so. So I know somebody that has them available. It just depends whether you want to take the risk that you may then. Well, I suppose you'd probably be allowed to see them out of their, see their lifespan out. But yeah,
maybe not then.
as Dave's saying, yeah, he used to see them at the shows, but probably not anymore because I think the laws around them are highly likely to change over the next year or two. I've got one. He's a male, and he's going to be making his departure soon enough onto newer grounds. But I do know somebody that's got slings available, so should be able to let you know. So would you keep it? Is there any other spider species you would consider getting, Steve, or is it just tarantulas for you?
Yeah, I think just tarantulas. Right, I've only been back in the hobby for about 6 weeks.
All right, okay.
And I've got 34 now, I think. I bought 5 from the spider shop, and before they turned out, I bought a Albopilossus from a local shop. Then I went to Kent to see family and picked up 2 chromatus, Nandi chromatus, and stopped to see Mr. Grindler and Couch Lock Arachnophobia on the way back.
Okay.
And they gave me another 8.
Wow. So we can blame Jaden and Craig, is that what you're saying?
That's it, yeah. Not that I mind. So
no, absolutely.
Yeah, it was and then yeah, I've got into it quite hard and quite quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
generally tends to happen. I kind of moved away from tarantulas for quite a while. My collection of them is rapidly growing again, but I kind of moved away and started focusing on loads of other things.
Yeah.
So Philip's got his DWA anyway, he's saying. So even if they were, Dave's saying they're kind of pushing this quite fast and quite hard to get the sand spiders Sicarius pushed onto the DWA list. But Philip has his already because he's got the Brazilian wandering spiders. So yeah, as I say, Philip, if you are at the shows, well, no, you're not at the shows because you've already said you're not going to the shows. Drop me a message, and I know a man with a dog, so yeah, I should be able to sort you out some. I think the prices of them are not bad, if I recall. I can't remember the exact price list, but yeah, I know somebody that's got slings available, so yeah, definitely. But for me, I absolutely love the Oresis. Oresis are a great little spiders, the velvet ladybird spiders. Or Dave's saying that somebody might have a juvie. So Steve, are most of your slings, are the juveniles or adults? What do you prefer?
I've got, it's probably mainly slings and some juveniles.
Yeah.
So I haven't got any adults yet, but what I like about the slings is you can keep twice as many of them. Or more.
Yeah, the problem is when they all start to grow bigger and you're raiding your kitchen for Tupperware containers and stuff.
Yeah, well, the room we're in now is actually the spare bedroom, but I'm using it as a lounge because I'm doing it at the front of the house at the moment.
All right, okay.
And so this is going to be my reptile room and spider room.
So a work in progress. Greg's just leaving, so I need to say thank you ever so much to Greg for joining us. What I'm probably going to have to do is make a few swapsies here because my battery is rapidly running out. I had hoped that I could try and charge it as I was going, but there we go. It's charging now. That's handy. So yeah, you're going to have a reptile / spider room.
Yeah, it helps that I'm single.
So you can do what you want.
Yeah, but yeah, it might be one of the reasons I stay single. But
well, there's somebody out there for everybody, mate. I've been married before the one that's stupid enough to take me now. And my previous was a big no-no on keeping tarantulas. Just wasn't for her. Wasn't keen on the idea. Didn't want one in the house. And I was fine with it, I accepted that as what it is. And then I met the lunatic through there, and she was like, well, if you're getting a spider, I want to get a snake. So I was like, all right, you have a snake, whatever. And then she was like, oh, I've been eyeing up another snake. I was like, well, if you're getting another snake, I want another spider. And, it kind of rolled out like that until eventually we had a house full of, and I was up at about 80. I think I had about 88 tarantulas at one point thereabout. And then the hobby in general, it was pretty gnarly. There was loads of stuff going on Facebook and everything, and just arguments and fights. And there was like these two factions of people, and they were in like every group between these two battling sides, and you couldn't go into a single Facebook group without one or the other from these two sides just like constantly bringing stuff up. And it ruined the hobby for me. I got really sick and tired of it and just like left all the groups, got rid of loads of my spiders, just took a break from it all and kind of started again. A huge thank you to Diana for joining us. That was really awesome. And thank you for coming up on screen with us. It was really cool to get you up on screen. But enjoy your pizza. And Greg's away as well. Philip, yeah, drop us a PM. I'll sort that out for you. My dog. Oi! Roxy, shut your face. Dogs are barking. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
The chat now.
Cars out in the garden. Stupid old. Yes, smelly old dog. The joys of daft dogs. As soon as anybody comes near the house, I'm like, yeah, the groups can be a nightmare. The groups can be an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, I've enjoyed, I like the live chats when people do live streams.
Not just now, buddy, because Daddy's doing this. Man, no, not just now, buddy. Soon. Daft child. Yeah. Bugger off. Yeah, quite using the StreamYard and sort of interacting with people's is really cool. Because the lives are really fun to do. I quite enjoy doing lives now and then, but being able to get people up and chat about the hobby and new additions and other interests and stuff is really cool.
Yeah, it is a proper community.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really awesome to have other people that share your passions and interests and hobbies and stuff. And that is the great thing about social media. For all it can be an absolute pain in the hoop, it's great to make connections and meet people. And I've met so many people from all over the world that if it wasn't for this hobby, I would never know.
Yeah.
So it's really awesome. And you know, the privilege of meeting some of these people as well, being able to meet up with. What are you looking at, Doug?
Yeah, it's like at the catering show, there's so many people there, but I didn't know they were YouTubers until on Instagram. I was like, oh yeah, I saw her or I saw him, and it's like now I know for Bedford, so I can say hi to a few more.
Yeah, it's awesome, and that's the good thing about the shows. The shows are really good for getting to meet people and actually face to face. Obviously, this is awesome, but actually being able to meet somebody and shake their hand and stuff is really cool. I've got. Come here. Oh, see if I can get this big dollop of a beast up. So this is Storm. She's our blind dog.
Oh,
You can
nice. Yeah.
see her glowing eyes. Yeah, she's our little diabetic dog. But it took them so long to get our insulin levels right that by the time they eventually tweaked the dosage, unfortunately, I think she could still see like shapes and shadows and stuff, but predominantly our eyesight's not great. So what's the next show for you then? Did you say you were going to?
Yeah, I'm going to Bedford, and I want to go to Brighton, but I'll have to see about that one too.
How far is that for you then? If you're
well, I'm Cambridge, so it's I think 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours.
are you a driver or?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not so bad. Load up the car and hit the road.
Yeah, well, I've got family that live down there as well, so I could go down there before, and so.
Well, my brother, I've got family that stay in Brighton, but their house isn't huge. But they're literally like 2 streets across from where the show is held.
That's all right. Yeah. Yeah. Very good.
So have you got your eye on anything? Like what's next?
No, well, I picked up. I wanted to get the P Metallica and the GBB, and I got them. So yeah, I'm not sure. I need to write another list.
The shopping list of spiders.
Yeah.
What about a Lividum?
Can do. I'd have to look it up, see what it is, and
The cobalt blue.
Yeah,
They're awesome.
yeah, I'll have to have a look. So,
have you got a preference of like genus? Like I was saying to Dan earlier, he for a while was focusing on collecting the Chelobrachus species. Do you think that's something you would do? You focus on, or you just?
No, I've got a bit of everything. I was going to stick with New World terrestrials, but then Jaden gave me a Balf and some other old worlds, and some terrestrial, arboreal. And so I've kind of not been worried anymore. Diana's got a shopping list for Bedford.
Yeah, and what Dave's saying is a great suggestion. Is write down a list of what you have.
Yeah.
And then you're not duplicating, because it's quite easy sometimes, especially as your collection gets larger. You kind of sometimes forget what you've got, and then you're like, have I got? And you end up duplicating.
Yeah. See, it's not too bad if you're buying slings, but if you're buying adults, you can end up with quite a lot.
Yeah.
Take up a bit more room, but yeah. No, yeah, I'll see what's there, see how much money I can scrounge together.
Remortgage a house.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get my Christmas money early.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I mean, I've started. There's a couple I want to put back into the collection that I did away with. So I think they'll be my sort of focus. But as I say, there's a mate of mine dropped me a list the other day, and I was just like, ooh, how very tempting. And he had the Ischnothelli. I think there was maybe some Macrothelli on there as well. And I absolutely love heavy webbing spiders. So yeah, maybe have to do a wee shopping spree.
Yeah, I know. I have one I haven't got yet, which I I took my nephew, and he wants a tarantula, but he can't keep it at his house because his mum and sister are really scared of him. So he said he'd keep it here. But the one he picked out was an OBT.
All right.
So I told him no, and we'd see what's at the Bedford show. So I think he still wants an OBT. So I may have one here.
Yeah, fair enough. Again, I know somebody that's I think OBT were on that list I was given not that long ago. Histocritus gigas, you can get yourself some of them. I know somebody that's got a load of them to sell on. I have a vague recollection. Dave was saying that what happened was there was a couple went to one of the shows and they went separate ways and they ended up both getting the same thing. So they blew most of their budget on duplicating their purchase.
Yeah, I'll get an OBT then. Housebug says OBT is so overblown with the reputation, mate. Keep them super deep saw and they're puppy dogs.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not that expensive either for an adult, which is quite good.
Yeah, OBTs, but they are. I mean, they're crack at the coloration and stuff is, but you know, I think they've been like quite diluted through the hobby. You know, I think everybody's bred them, and they're just kind of flooded the market. And I think it's a shame when it happens to species. You know, these amazing species get overbred, flood the market, and then nobody wants them anymore because they're everywhere you go and they're cheap as chips because everybody's got so het up on breeding them.
Yeah, when I got into animals when I was younger, and I had all sorts. I mean, snakes, lizards, scorpions, tarantulas. I even had at one point a barn owl that I hand reared. That got released back into the wild, and then because I did that and I didn't have an owl anymore, my dad bought me a baby Bengal eagle owl. So I hand reared one of them until that died. So I had quite a lot, and I went to college and got rid of everything. I started learning animal husbandry, and then gave that up and didn't keep any animals. And it wasn't until I got Jeffrey 2 years ago now, 2 and a bit years ago, that I've had animals. So I just don't know, just wasn't worried about, I didn't not want them, but and then got back into it, and I've got into it big time now.
I think sometimes it's when you reach a certain point in life and you think, I'm gonna get this or I'm gonna get that. I think people rush into it like, I'm gonna get a tarantula, just immediately run out to the nearest shop and buy a tarantula. Sometimes find themselves overwhelmed by what they're doing, or they've not actually researched it properly and stuff. So
going back to your point about the OBTs, so many in the hobby. When I was younger, I always wanted a Mexican red knee, but they were £45 for juvenile, and I couldn't afford one. As a teenager, I was still in school. But Grammostola rosea, you could pick them up for £2 or £3.
Pennies.
But now they're stupid money.
Pandanus imperator, the emperor scorpion, you could you could literally give somebody a bag of peanuts for one of them things, and now you're talking like 80 quid upward for an adult. It's crazy.
Yeah, I had 3 of them when I was younger. And I can't believe how expensive they are now. I was like, I'll get one of them. They were quite nice, and I can't afford one.
No, to be honest, I'd rather keep Heterometrus anyway. I find the Asian forests just got more character to them. They're more interesting to keep. I would always recommend them over Pandanus species any day of the week. Hetero are far more feisty and just a bit more like, come at me, bro.
Well, I'll add that to the list then for Bedford.
Yeah.
Some of them.
I've got a commune of 5 They're doing really well.
Yeah.
And there's one up there. They're awesome scorps. Reach a nice big goofy size. I think Swamadami, not that you ever see them cutting about now, but the Swamadami are the largest scorpion species. Absolutely awesome scorps. My last female, I can't remember if it was a male or a female. I sent my last one off years ago to be part of a breeding project. It was a female because the guy I sent it to called it Chewbacca.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, but it was called Chewbacca in honor of my love of Star Wars. But yeah, you never see them in the hobby now.
Mm. Yeah, it's funny how trends change.
Yeah, and that's what Dave said. A lot of it's to do with the importation, exportation, because obviously Brazil and Chile and that have put restrictions or bans on exportation. The Pandanus and Perta, I know they put, I think they were only allowed to remove at a certain size. They weren't allowed to remove anything too small. So yeah, there's been restrictions put in place, which has then had an impact on the hobby and availability and price and stuff. So yeah, yeah, I think this is my longest live, Diana. It's surprising how long I can waffle on with the help of other people.
Yeah, it's my first live.
Yeah, it's Steve's first live.
Yeah, no longer a live stream virgin.
Yeah, we'll turn it. The movie will come out soon.
Yeah.
Bug Chat, the movie. Dave's back to crabs. I don't know why Dave's back at crabs, but Dave's. Oh, there we go. Because Diana mentioned crabs. I was wondering why we're back at crabs. We've gone full circle back to Dave's crabs here. Francis has joined us. Francis is absolutely awesome. How are you doing, my man? Were you at the show today, Francis? Let's see what Francis says. Francis was one of the big YouTubers that I was sort of inspired by. I don't know if you watched the interview series I did, and I spoke with Francis. He did a video, and it was the Gigas against the UK millipede. And it was a mind-blowing video. It was just the two of them almost side by side, showing the size comparison of these two. And it was just genius bit of footage. It's so simplistic. I absolutely loved it. Definitely worth a watch. Francis is the daddy Mac.
No, I'll have to find the videos and have a look. Yeah.
Yeah, Francis has done some really awesome videos. Definitely worth a watch. He's been working hard, so he's just chilling out the day. Fair enough. If I recall correctly, he did some really awesome videos on Vitronia, the Brazilian Wanderer spider. Loads of awesome videos. Very knowledgeable guy.
Oh yeah.
You added any new? I know Francis works quite a lot, so I don't know if he's got anything new, any new additions or anything to the collection.
I'll have a look. So I've got so I'm on my phone, but I've got the telly set to YouTube, so I can have a look. See it in the big screen, and if I'm watching something. Yeah, I don't work a lot. I do work, but I only work 8 days a month.
All right.
Very clean, by the way, that garden.
Yeah, I know. He was wanting to come in. And...
Yes, I work shifts, long shifts, 24, 48 hours shifts.
That sounds pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's good. I get loads of time off.
Yeah.
I don't mind. So.
Well, that's what I miss about working in care, because when I was working in care, I only worked 3 days a week. But now I work full time. But I prefer my job now, so it's worth the the change.
Yeah, well, I've been doing this for 20 years now. So
you must enjoy it.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, people. Yeah, I've just found Francis Lee's channel. So yeah, I know I'm doing after this. I'll be watching some.
Yeah,
more
you can browse.
Cool.
Oh, so Francis is downsizing at the moment due to moving, and Dave's job is changing hours. His job's changing soon, so his hours may be mental. Yeah, I do miss the amount of time I used to have off, but I don't miss the work. I much prefer what I'm doing now.
Yeah. Yeah,
There you go, Dave.
Yeah.
Francis is saying he's possibly got some vivs and stuff he needs rid of, and Dave's saying he's on the look for some. So there we go. Once again, live coming in handy for shifting stuff.
It's good, and yeah, I got given a load the other day. So
What tanks?
Yeah, Exoterras and wooden vivariums and all sorts. I've got rid of wooden vivariums on Facebook. There's a reptile rescue place that are going to pick them up.
Nice.
And the Exoterras, I quite like them, so I'll fill them up with something.
Yeah, I prefer Exos to a lot of the others. I'm not too keen on some of the Komodo designs, but I do prefer a glass tank over like acrylics and stuff.
Yeah, I think they're more sustainable because it's easy to, you can keep the glass tank for longer and then keep it looking good.
Yeah, the only problem with glass is the weight. Some of these. I mean, there's some absolutely cracking acrylic designs that are a fraction of the weight. But I prefer the glass.
Yeah, I do. I like the Exoterras as well because you can take you can get access through the top or the front. Whereas
yeah, I know. I can't remember what company. The company's just gone right. The Tarantula Room. I think they've been coming up with some new designs recently, with like the cylindrical and stuff. I think they've just. I think Steve has got a few prototypes that he's going to sort of do up and test out for them and that, which should be pretty cool.
Yeah, they had some massive ones at the show as well, like catering, and they were amazing. Yeah, you could fit a small child in them. It'd be great for a big communal or.
Yeah, Dave's saying the other side with acrylic as well is if it's overheated, it can tend to warp, which can then become a problem with putting lids on and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I like what I've got. So, but I'll get some more.
Why not? If you got the money, you've got the space, and you've got the time, then enjoy it.
Yeah. So I've got isopods as well. Yeah. No, it is quite a good hobby.
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome hobby, absolutely awesome. And as I say, it seems more stable now than I think it used to be. That I find anyway. I think people have their own experience of it, but I personally find it a much more comfortable place. I'm still not in as many groups.
Yeah.
That your banana.
Yeah. That's Megan. She's been quite good today. Normally she'd be striking at me.
Dave and Francis doing dodgy deals there.
Yeah, she's got really good feed response, but she's got a slight wobble. And she's a bit too big for her hide now.
Never stops them though, does it? They'll be like under this hide. It looks like a wee hat stuck on their back.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, I like them. So my since I've got back into tarantulas, my friends and my colleagues are getting fed up with me talking about them.
Yeah, I do. I speak about mine at work. I mean, the guys I work with know I've got the YouTube channel, and my boss will sort of ask questions. I don't think it's particularly something he's overly interested in, but he does ask questions about, like we were chatting last night in the car about, have I ever been bitten and what's my experience if I've been keeping and such like. So yeah, I enjoy being able to teach other people that haven't really ever thought about them as pets, trying to educate other people about the importance of them in the world and that they can be fantastic pets, if not rather addictive.
Yeah.
Me and a friend are working with a yellow anacondomorph at the moment. That's pretty cool. And Phil's asking if Francis still has the Brazilian Wandering spiders. I don't know, and perhaps Francis will answer. But my battery is depleting rather rapidly. I've got one of those wireless chargers, not wireless, the chargers you set your phone on, rigged up at the back of my phone, hoping it would charge as I go. But because my phone's overheating, the charger's not responding. So my plan is failed miserably.
Yeah, so Diana's asked how far I am from Bedford. I'm near Huntingdon in Cambridge. So it's about 45 minutes from me. So yeah, it's not too bad at all.
And Greg's popped back on. Francis says without DWA creatures, just the new.
Yeah.
What jail are we, the two of us in? I know we kind of look like with HMS Bugfast. Yeah, Francis will look back into it once he's moved. I'd love to get a DWA. I would absolutely love to keep. I've spoken about this many a time. I would absolutely love to keep Latrodectus species. I think there's so many absolutely beautiful Latrodectus. But the problem is that that's my front door.
Yeah.
And this is my sitting room, and then that's through to the rest of the house. So it's not exactly a overly secure location for keeping a DWA animal. So unfortunately, scoundrels. Unfortunately, there's no way I would be granted a DWA license, which kind of sucks.
I know someone that had, this was when I was 15, 16, had all different venomous snakes, and she had his DWA.
Yeah, and I think the problem with applying for, you can spend, I think it was it Richard or whatever his name was, spent an absolute fortune putting everything into place for his DWA, designating a zone, having all the equipment and the first aid gear, and spent an absolute fortune doing everything that he felt he needed to do to be granted his DWA, and then he came in and went, nah, getting it, and you're talking hundreds of pounds spent.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what I'd do is just get a hognose or fourth water cobra and just make sure I tell everyone it's venomous. That'd be easier. But...
And yeah, depending on as Francis is saying, depending on your local council as well, the DWA can cost you upwards of hundreds of pounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, as much as I would love it, it's not something I'm probably ever likely to invest in, because other than keeping Latrodectus, there's not much that I would want DWA wise. And if sand spiders go on it, then I'm happy not to keep them. I mean, they're cool, they're very cool spiders, but I'm not gonna keep them just for the sake of it.
366 quid to get a DWA in
Bonkers.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of tarantulas.
Just depend, tarantulas are awesome, but there's so many other, like, as I say, the Ischnothele, the Macrothele, Latrodectus, Rhesus and everything. There's so many other brilliant spiders.
Yeah.
It just depends on your personal interest. There's loads, as I said, there's loads of tarantulas I now want to add back into the hobby that I kind of wish I never got rid of. But at the time, I did what I thought was right for me. But yeah, definitely need to get some back into here. Diana, we are sitting at 2 hours and 33 minutes, bizarrely.
Yeah.
I can't imagine there's a huge amount of people that are are going to sit and watch this entire thing. I say I had hoped to get somebody, well, not that they would have been allowed to, but somebody from Donny to sort of give us a live report on how it was going there. But
yeah.
And the purpose of this was so that we could all kind of share our latest or newest additions that weren't acquired at Doncaster.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again sometime, but I'll get more stuff out.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, I like showing off.
Yeah, well, they're there to be admired, so absolutely. It's great to share, and somebody else might see, you might show somebody one of your spiders and they might be like, oh, actually, that's just what I've been after. And if you can inspire somebody else to keep, then it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I sold some Porcellio laevis the other day because I've got 2 colonies and they just won't stop growing. They're really good at breeding.
The dairy cows?
No, the orange. Giant orange. And so a young lad wanted some, so he came with his mum, and they were here for an hour and a half. It was all these, oh, mum, I want one of them. I want
that.
Yeah, so he went away with 30 orange laevis, and then want so much more. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Over £1,000 in Nottingham. Mental. But yeah, I think we'll start to wrap this up unless anybody in the chat has any questions, because my battery is down at quite a low percentage. I seem to have lost the chat. What's going on here? There we are. My battery's down about 10%. Yeah, as I say, I was hoping it worked last time, but I wasn't on for quite that long. Plus, my ring light's probably heating the phone from behind, which probably isn't helping. So yeah, unless anyone's got anything else they want to add into this, I think we will probably wrap it up. As many as it takes to hit you in the head. How many grapes can a wizard chuck if a wizard could chuck fruit? I've only got bananas and apples and an orange and some pears. I don't have any grapes. I could throw one of them at him. So yeah, that was a question there from Dave. Yeah, thanks ever so much for joining us, Francis. Absolutely awesome. Always a pleasure speaking with you. I need to catch up with you soon. I've not really spoken in a wee while, both with work and stuff. But I'm very fruity, Dave. Francis is always a shoulder of support for me, and I really appreciate everything he does for me. He's an awesome dude, and somebody I absolutely admire, respect, and look up to. And the fact he's always there for me is just absolutely awesome. And thank you ever so much, sir. Dave, as always, you're awesome, man. Phil, drop me a message and I'll point you in direction for those Sicarius. And if you want Gigas, anybody wants Gigas, I shall point you in the direction of somebody with many a Gigas to sell. And likewise, Steve, if you want any Gigas, let me know. They're awesome spiders.
I like them, yeah. You send me a message or whatever. You can do it through Patreon, can't you?
Sorry?
You can do it through Patreon or...
Yeah. I can. I know a dude with many of them to sort out. So, and then if need be, I'll get them and forward them on to you. We'll come to some kind of awesomeness there.
Sounds good.
But yeah, and thank you for all your support, Steve. I truly appreciate all the support you give me, man. It's absolutely awesome.
Stop it! I'll blush.
Don't be silly. It's in all sincerity, it's people like yourself that help me out, make a world of difference to me in this hobby and to YouTube and everything else. So a huge thank you to you. Yeah. I think I sent you an email. I don't know if you ever got or not, about like stickers and badges and stuff. But anyway, we can speak about that another time. But yeah, that is it. If anybody's got anything they want to say, but a huge thank you to everyone that's joined us. Hope you've enjoyed this chat, and thank you to the people that have joined me up on screen. Diana, Steve, I'm really sorry that it didn't work for Manus' mum. She did send me a message, I think, with some pictures. If I can quickly get up on screen. No, that's Brian. It's a bit blurry, but there's the awesome. That's the horse head. They're absolutely awesome.
It's cool.
Really cool. I have a child come running through the door, so yeah, right. We'll wrap it up there. Battery's dying, so thank you ever so much for everybody. Steve, I'll chat with you shortly, dude. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks ever so much. And if there's no further questions, let us be gone. Let us be away. Take care, everybody. Have fun at the shows. And I look forward to finding out what you've all purchased. And I'm away to go and look for Wolfie. I don't know. He's probably in your room, dude. Right. Wolfie is his favorite toy. Right. Thanks ever so much, everybody.
Bye.
Take it easy. Thanks for joining us, Steve. Bye. It wasn't in your room, right? I'm away to go and look for a Wolfie. Guys, you're all absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Yeah, there's nothing more I can say. You guys are the best audience and the best people I know. You're amazing. Thank you. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Come on, say bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go. Bye.